When it comes to fires, believe it or not, there is some good news. According to the United States Fire Administration, fires, the loss of life and property, and injuries from fires are trending down. Fires and deaths have dropped about 20% since 2001. Injuries and dollar loss have gone down to about 4 to 5%.
That's the good news. Unfortunately, there's bad news too. If you're in a modern home as opposed to a legacy home, and we're going to tell you what that is, your chances of getting out safely are greatly reduced.
Let's start with the inside. Take a look at this. We've got 2 rooms set up with furniture in this test. There's a flame set on the end of each couch. The room on the left, the legacy room, has furniture that's made 40 years ago with natural materials. The room on the right has modern furniture with synthetics. Now, a minute in, you can see the flames about the same in the legacy room. The modern room is still smoldering. Now, take a look here at the 2-minute mark. While the flames in the legacy room aren't much different, the modern room furnishings are really beginning to light off. Then you're going to see something different at the 3-minute mark. The smoke, the unburned fuel, is really beginning to bank down in the modern room. And then take a look at this very closely, because just before the 3:30 mark, temperatures have reached 2,000 to 3,000 degrees, and even the smoke catches fire. Look at that. But look at the legacy room. Why the difference?
Well, the difference is that materials of bygone days are solid wood and natural fabrics like cotton. Modern materials are mostly plastic and oil-based, fuel that burns hotter and faster than legacy materials, giving you less time to get out safely.
And that's just the inside of the house. Because of cheaper particle board construction instead of solid wood and bigger open areas like living rooms and dens and kitchens combined, that's all covered with petroleum-based materials. Your house itself burns much hotter and much quicker.
It really is scary to see. Fortunately for most of us, our exposure to major fires comes only in the form of watching them on television. But just imagine your own home becoming engulfed in flames.
As we just saw, it can happen in mere moments. So today we're going to hear the story of how one Maryland family lived through a house fire. Now the family's okay, and they're recovering emotionally as best they can. But the real story here is 13-year-old Marcus, an incredible young man who some firefighters say may have a future in the Brotherhood.
What is the location of the emergency?
From the moment he dials 911, 13-year-old Marcus does nearly everything right.
I think my parents are asleep, but the house is really smoking.
It's not yet 7 a.m. He and his sister are trapped in their upstairs bedroom. He explains how firefighters can find them.
Exactly where are you located?
In the top room is the right. All the way upstairs, all the way right.
Andy tries to keep his 9-year-old sister from panicking.
Oh, yes. Please don't say that.
Downstairs, where the fire began, an older brother scrambles to safety.
I came out, the fire is 2 feet away from my door. I ran upstairs in a panic and everything, didn't know what to do.
And while firefighters rush to the scene and his parents wait helplessly outside, Marcus acts.
My little sister's also in the room with him. He's on top of her with a blanket over her, trying to make sure she's not getting too much smoke.
8 minutes after the call, help arrives. Lieutenant Kenny Ward scoops up Marcus first.
There was a tug to my pants leg below my knee, and that's what alerted me to the 9-year-old laying on the floor right next to the window.
Hours later, the veteran firefighter is still shaken up by the dramatic rescue that could have easily gone the other way.
It's still very emotional for me, so that's about all I can say about it right now.
Isn't that a remarkable story? Investigators are still trying to determine the cause of that fire, but say a smoke detector downstairs had no batteries in it. An easy fix that could have prevented the fire from getting so dangerous. Don't find yourself in that same situation. The U.S. Fire Administration suggests replacing your batteries and your smoke detectors at least once every year. Just to be safe, a good rule of thumb is to replace them every time you change your clock. Now, we're going to hear more about that here in just a few minutes. Also, make sure you test your smoke alarms every month. And the U.S. Fire Administration says replace your entire smoke alarm at least once every 10 years.
Yeah, a working smoke detector could really mean the difference between life and death. But what if everything is in working order and you can't hear the alarm go off? What if the alarm goes off in the middle of the night and you don't wake up? Or what about your young children? Reporter Michael Locklear conducted a rather noisy experiment, even a firefighter described as eye-opening.
flames racing through the house. The smoke alarm sounds, the kids are fast asleep. Our fire drill showed minutes ticked by.
My worst nightmare, realized in front of me. It was scary.
These two girls stayed in bed for far too long. The week before, the Abercrombies covered their bases. This Kuna family knows fire safety.
So this is kind of where you've designated as your meeting place.
Right up there. My mom says she likes it because she can see us.
10-year-old Cora and 8-year-old Claire also know the noise the alarms make.
Vito.
A racket no one likes to hear.
Make it stop! Make it stop!
Several nights later, we come back to test just how prepared the Abercrombie sisters really are. Put cameras in their rooms, then a Kuna firefighter sounds the alarm. Mark and Amber watch their girls and wait. 10 seconds in, Cora's eyes pop open, but she stays in bed, disoriented. Later, you can tell she's visibly agitated, but does not get up.
She was awake, and she just laid there.
Her sister Claire tosses but stays asleep.
She's like dead to the world. You're at over 2 minutes.
Meantime, Cora uses her pillow to drown out the noise. It's not until 2.5 minutes after the first beep that she gets out of bed.
Because I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if I should wake up or not. And it was just got really annoying.
You weren't sure what you were hearing?
Mm-mm.
So how significant would that 2.5 minutes be?
It could be life or death.
Nothing, still nothing.
I think she's getting used to it.
Claire's still in bed, 4 minutes and counting.
The whole house could be engulfed at that point, and she'd still be sleeping away.
Amber eventually has to wake up her youngest daughter.
It's a long time, and you didn't even hear it at all? Nope, until we woke you up, huh? Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
It's scary. You know, a lot can happen within 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, or my other daughter, 6 minutes.
6 minutes of a fire.
One reason the noise might not faze kids.
Children stay in deep sleep much longer than adults.
Tracy Meehan is a health educator at Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus. She's working with a team to find the best way to wake up young people when there's a fire.
Knowledge that your child might not wake up to the alarm is very important. You can put a plan in place so that every adult in the home is responsible for a child. You don't assume that your child is going to wake up, you go get them.
A lesson learned even for firefighter Sean Steer.
Are you going to make any changes at your home with your kids?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to go home and I'm going to test my kids.
It's not convenient to do that because you're going to wake your kids up, but
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
A wake-up call for parents.
I thought that we were prepared. I thought we were doing everything right.
That a wake-up call in a fire may fall on deaf ears.
The National Fire Protection Agency is aware that sleeping children don't always wake up when a smoke alarm goes off. And they say while the research is worrisome, smoke alarms continue to be highly effective at reducing deaths and injuries.
It's eye-opening, isn't it?
It sure is.
Now, when it comes to detectors in your home, there's so much to know. There are smoke detectors, there are CO detectors, there are explosive gas detectors. It's a lot. So today, we get a little help.
That's right, Jimmy and Lisa. These are 3 detectors you definitely want in your home. Coming up, we're going to run through why and how they could save your life.
And later, this dog is working to ease the pain that comes with being the victim of a bully. See how he brightens the spirits of one girl who came under attack. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.